The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
Sarah clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and welcome to the end of the traditional work week, which is also a bye week for our Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, okay.
But I know some people don't really celebrate Blue Friday in the same way when we're going into a bye week.
And also when they've lost 5 of their last 6 games, some people have decided not to wear blue.
But you're wearing Hawks gear.
Yes, I am.
Sarah's wearing Hawks gear.
Yes.
I am wearing Hawks gear underneath my Coug gear.
Oh, I see what rates.
Wow. Well, you know, I don't have a Seahawks sweatshirt. I'm not as cool as Sarah.
Oh, well, you could go to Costco and get one.
That's right.
Which is still one of the coolest Costco finds, I think, ever, is the Seahawks hoodie that Sarah has.
And she almost stole it. Can you just tell that story really quickly?
I was cold in the store, and I put the sweatshirt on, going to pay for it. I paid for all
I
of
never hear of anyone ever doing that. Like, I've been cold in stores, especially Costco, where, like, the freezer section is. Tatum loves going in there, which is brutal when you're wearing a T-shirt.
Oh.
I never once thought, I'm just going to grab something off of, like, the counter and put it on.
Well, I was just going to find something, but then I actually found something I was going to buy. I was originally just going to put a sweatshirt on, then before I left Costco, take it off and fold it back. But I found... Hey, I was cold, okay?
You are so strange.
Anyway, so I have this sweatshirt on.
So you were going to just, like, lease it?
Yes.
Just make sure her stench gets on just enough.
Right, because that's what somebody wants.
Well, I mean, hopefully you'll go home and wash it. People do that. But then I was with George, so we bought a ridiculous amount of groceries, hundreds of dollars, and I was still wearing the sweatshirt, and we walked right out of the store, and George gives me this look of panic and is like, "You forgot about your sweatshirt." And then it was that.
I would have given you a look of pride. You totally stole that sweatshirt from the man.
Bad girl.
No, I'm not a bad girl, because then instead of just walking to my car, going home, having a free-ish sweatshirt, I went back in the store, I took my sweatshirt off, and I paid for my sweatshirt. And then I put it back on to see if they would ask for a receipt, because I'm walking out with nothing. They didn't.
So lesson learned, we now know how to shop from Costco, apparently.
Just put on all the clothes.
You know, if you got a lot of produce, just wear it. It's going to be fine.
Just wear the eggplants.
That is
Nobody
amazing.
will question it.
Oh, I mean, you can find anything at Costco. I have yet to find a freak flag, though.
Oh.
They need to add that to the list.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's inform the Rockaholics, too.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today's a day to celebrate the piano man. It's World Pianist Day.
Ooh, it's fun to say pianist.
It is. Although I get a little nervous every time I say it because I want people to know. That's why I said celebrate the piano man.
Yes.
To adjust the brains and the hearing so that the way you hear me say pianist.
Yes.
You had to pick one piano-based musician to listen to today. Who are you going with?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably Lady Gaga.
Oh.
Wow. Was not expecting that.
Oh, she's a really good piano player.
No, you're absolutely right. I just wasn't expecting that. Danny, are you going to go with the something corporate guy?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking I'm going to go something corporate. Andrew McMahon.
Andrew McMahon.
Yeah.
Are you going to play some of him tonight to celebrate World Piano Day at Emo Night?
I really should. I usually close out the night with some something corporate because it's a little slower.
Yes.
Get you in the mood to dance. Yeah.
Do it tonight.
I will.
I think most of us are going to Emo Night. I'm going. I'm going to experience my first ever Emo Night where Danny V is the host.
Ooh.
In Seattle.
In Seattle at New Mo's.
Yeah.
Sarah, you're going to be there.
Of course.
We're trying to convince Taryn to go, but she's just being curmudgeon.
Oh, no, I just have a packed weekend.
She's not being emo.
I like how she's like, I have a packed weekend.
God.
We have talked about this weekend for 2 months. And I agreed to do this weekend because I was like, all of us can go.
Taryn can finally go with Steve.
Right. I was like, oh, wait, you're all going. I'm not wrestling tonight, which is rare. So I was like, because usually when Danny does Emo Night, I'm doing SOS Pro Wrestling in Tacoma, but the stars have aligned, brother. and it's not the same weekend.
And it's funny, too, because I even have gotten some messages from listeners being like, we're going out because Taryn and Sarah and Steve are all going to be there.
Right. The whole show was supposed to go to emo night tonight, and then all of a sudden, somebody's got a busy weekend. You didn't have a busy weekend 2 months ago when you agreed to this.
Well,
now, did you, sister?
And you said busy weekend. What are you doing tonight?
My friend Jen is coming into town, and she's staying with us.
So bring her to emo night.
Yeah, I will. Maybe I can make a miracle happen, you guys.
A
Crazier
miracle.
things have happened.
Oh, my God.
Lesson learned. Don't plan that far in advance.
You didn't put us on your schedule.
You know, earlier this week she was
literally-
pulling the, I don't feel so good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Now she sounds and looks fine.
Right?
And now she's got a busy weekend.
I will show you. I have emo night on my calendar.
Well,
Look at
then
this.
what the heck?
Look at this. Emo night, 7 p.m.
Then what?
But then what is going on
I
here?
don't know.
Is your friend Jen more important than us?
Well, she lives in
Clearly.
Oregon. She's traveling a great distance to be here.
Well, you know what? In order to get to your house from Oregon, you have to go through Seattle. So just tell her to meet you in Seattle.
Meet me at emo night.
We're mad if you can't tell.
Definitely.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
It's worse.
You know who's not mad? Miles and Thrill.
Holy cow.
Although I bet they were having a few anger drinks last night as they were watching their Baltimore Ravens, who looked like they were going to lose this game, erased a 14-point third-quarter deficit Thursday Night Football, scored touchdowns on 4 straight drives, and then ended up stopping a late 2-point attempt to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 35-34.
What did you think of that play call at the end of the game?
Full disclosure, I didn't even know who won or lost until this morning.
I was watching that going like, are they really going for 2? It was weird to me.
I was busy playing freeze tag with Tatum all night last night. It was an ongoing game.
Oh, that's a great game.
To let you know who won that one, Steve Migs.
Yeah, that's right. Authorities in South Carolina are working to recapture 43 young female monkeys.
What is going on with this? I saw Planet of the Apes was trending, and I'm like, why is it trending? And then I saw the story, and I'm like, oh, this is the origin story.
They escaped from the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center, and they are reportedly very skittish. And they weigh about 6 to 7 pounds, which sounds like I want one for a pet. But they have apparently not been used for testing, so don't worry about that. They're considered to be disease-free.
Oh, so no chlamydia.
No chlamydia.
Good.
But
What about
residents,
syphilis?
the residents in that area are advised to keep their doors and windows closed and avoid the area to prevent disturbing the capture efforts. I want to be part of the capture efforts. I want to go try to get one.
What if you forgot to shut your window and you come home and there's just a monkey sitting on your couch?
Oh,
Hey, what's up, dude? And also, what is it called? What was the clinic that they were in? The
Alpha Genesis.
Doesn't that sound like the bad guy place for like the X-Men?
Yes.
Like we have to go to the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center to get the monkeys.
And they're all diseased.
Man, the Kraken are playing tonight. I don't know what's going on, but they had to bring up their goalie from Coachella Valley, Alice Zetska, basically to be the backup to Joey DeCord because Philip Grubauer is day-to-day due to, quote, an unfortunate accident at home.
I'm so curious as to what that is.
Probably stubbed his toe in the counter.
Yeah.
That always sucks, though.
I wonder what happened, but hopefully he's going to be okay. So they have so Grubauer won't be there, but DeCord will be in between the pipes tonight when they take on the Vegas Golden Knights at Climate Pledge Arena. As far as weather, we had a high about 55 degrees. Going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. A sub above, and that's what's up.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is coming to town later this month with the Lost Christmas Eve tour, and it'll be at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday, November 23rd. They have 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., and we get to chat with Al Petrelli from Trans-Siberian Orchestra at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, it's one of the greatest traditions that ever comes through the Pacific Northwest, and that is when Trans-Siberian Orchestra makes their way to Seattle. And we have Al Petrelli on the phone to talk about the Lost Christmas Eve tour. Good morning, Al.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're doing great, man. We've been giving away tickets all week, and our listeners are losing their minds about this upcoming show. And then whenever we give them away, we ask if you've seen it before, and guys are like, oh, I've seen it multiple times. I can't wait to see it again. That has to feel good to know that you're doing something so awesome that people want to go back to it every year.
Yeah, I affectionately refer to those people as the repeat offenders. They come back. No joke. I mean, listen, the first time we ever came through town, I think was in, let's say, 2000. And, teenagers then are now bringing their children, or parents back then are now bringing their grandchildren. It's like 3 generations deep with the families. And, from my vantage point, I'm saying on, downstage center looking in the audience, I know a lot of the people now after all these years because we're celebrating the holidays together, and they've made us part of their holiday tradition, which I'm so a lot of them so proud of.
Did you ever think it would, I mean, when you decided to put this together and start doing these shows, did you ever think it would become the phenomenon that it is and be able to play all these arenas and, like you said, become a holiday tradition for people?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I was proud. It's 30 years old this coming February when I recorded the first notes of that song, Christmas Eve Sarajevo. And I knew in my heart at the time, Paul O'Neill, the gentleman who created this whole thing, I knew he was onto something very special. But, who thought, aggressive guitar playing in 1995 was going to catch on in a Christmas song? Right. And it wasn't written to be a Christmas song. It was just a soundtrack, for a story that was about the war in Sarajevo, And when it hit the radio, I guess December 95, it lit up. Like overnight, we had the number one requested song in America. And I was thrilled with that. I was like, all right, cool. And then we did a record around that song, and it sold, a couple million copies. I was like, okay, great. And we did another record. So, we became like the Steely Dan of Christmas. We never played a live show in our life. Yeah. And then in 99, we started touring, and, we did a bunch of theaters in the Northeast, and that grew to, what do we have this year? 120 shows in like 6 weeks.
Wow.
Something absurd like that. And listen, I'm just proud of it. It's like one of my children, like from infancy to, being 30 years old, and I'm watching this baby just grow up to exceed all my expectations, and I just love it to death.
We're chatting with Al Petrelli of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Al, out of curiosity, how many people make up this orchestra you speak of?
Well, as a business, there's probably 300 people, working now. I mean, there was 4 of us 30 years ago.
Whoa.
And it's like anything else. It's just grown up. And in 99, we did our first tour. Like I just said, we had one 24-foot box truck and a fog machine. And we thought we were cool then. Last night I left rehearsal, and there was 22 tractor-trailers in the parking lot. 12 buses, catering crews, management, production. I mean, it's just grown up year after year after year. So I think we have about 300 people at the venue that we're rehearsing at this month.
So I know a lot of people get upset when people decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, but you guys are kind of in the Christmas spirit throughout the year, I would imagine. What is it like in the off-season for Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Well, there's really no off-season. We finish up historically on, I get home, New Year's Eve day. Right, and then, I have Christmas Eve on New Year's Eve for my wife and the kids and our family, and then New Year's Day is our Christmas Day. Uh-huh. And then it's, 2 weeks of just kind of sitting around on the couch scratching my head. It's like, wow, that went by fast. And then we're back to work.
Wow.
So by mid-January, we're talking about, okay, what are we going to do differently musically? How can we make that better? What are we going to do production-wise that we've never done before? So it really is year-round.
So were you much of a Christmas guy before this happened, or have you become a big fan of Christmas because of everything that's happened?
As a kid, Christmas was exciting, and then it kind of, the family kind of got into a weird place, and it almost became like not happy time for me for a little while, I think that when this thing became synonymous with Christmas, it kind of like reminded me of how joyful. It's really bittersweet for a lot of people, but how jubilant it can be, because I look in the faces, or I look out in the audience, and I look in the eyes or the faces of the people, and they're just smiling ear to ear, like they're having so much fun. And it just kind of gave me a sense of, you know what, I'm done being the Grinch. I'm okay now.
You speak about being in the front. Later on this morning at 9:20, we're giving away a front row seats to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra when it comes to Climate Pledge Arena, which will be happening on November 23rd. You have 2 shows, 3 p.m., 7:30 p.m. as well. Tickets are available at trans-siberian.com. Do you remember ever sitting front row for any concert, and if so, or event? What was it? Do you remember?
Oof, well, yeah, I kind of do. I think it was 1968. I was like 6 or 7 years old at the time, and my aunt and uncle took me to see the Temptations at a venue called the Westbury Music Fair on Long Island. And they came through the crowd to get to the stage, and one of the Temptations, I don't know if it was Eddie Kendricks or David Ruffin, was standing right next to me, and he kind of looked down with me, and he patted me on the shoulder, and he smiled.
Oh,
oh my God. And then they went into like, Ball of Confusion and Papa Was a Rolling Stone and all those songs. My Girl. I was like, I'm hooked. This is awesome.
So Al, we're gonna have to let you know which listener won those front row seats, and at some point you need to stand next to them and tap them on the shoulder, just like it happened to you back in the day.
Oh, I'll walk off stage and sit next to them.
Al, thank you so much for joining us this morning and talking about the Lost Christmas Eve tour. We're so excited to have you guys in Seattle in just a couple of weeks, and I know this new show promises to be the biggest and best TSO tour to date, so people should not delay. They should get those tickets at trans-siberian.com.
No, it's going to be terrific. It's bigger and better than last year. And guys, thanks so much for the time this morning, and I'll see you all soon. Happy holidays in the meantime.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye now.
And today at 9:20, we have something very exciting going on,
Yes.
Steve Migs.
Front row seats to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
So if you're the lucky rockaholic that gets to play Hook or Shook at 9:20, you could be winning those front row seats. So based on this, we want to know, when did you get to sit in the front row? 206-803-ROCK. When were you in the first row for any sort of event? 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Metallica.
The Daily Migs Show.
You definitely want to tune in today at 9:20 because we have your shot at winning front row seats to Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Rockaholics. And earlier this morning, we chatted with Al Petrelli from Trans-Siberian Orchestra and talked about sitting in the front row.
Do you remember ever sitting front row for any concert? And if so, or event, what was it?
Oof. Well, yeah, I kind of do. I think it was 1968. I was like 6 or 7 years old at the time, and my aunt and uncle took me to see the Temptations. And they came through the crowd to get to the stage. And one of the Temptations, I don't know if it was Eddie Kendricks or David Ruffin, was standing right next to me. And he kind of looked down with me, and he patted me on the shoulder, and he smiled. Oh, my God. I was like, I'm hooked. This is awesome.
So, Al, we're going to have to let you know which listener won those front row seats, and at some point you need to stand next to them and tap them on the shoulder, just like it happened to you back in the day.
Oh, I'll walk off stage and sit next to him. You know?
Al's a good dude.
Oh, he was the best.
Yeah.
So based on this, when did you get to sit in the front row? 206-803-ROCK. Jason in Yelm, what was your front row experience?
Oh, man. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
What's up, Jason?
Can I give a shout-out to my middle school before we go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I just wanted to give a shout-out to Mr. Healy's leadership class for putting on the Veterans Day Assembly today. They did an awesome job. I love you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
So are you in middle school right now, or are you just... I'm kidding.
Sir, I am the in-school suspension supervisor at the middle school, so yes.
Okay, I know we have a whole...
At the top.
Real quick, what is the dumbest thing that got somebody suspended?
Oh, God. Oh, the dumbest thing that got somebody suspended. Well, I don't know about getting suspended, but I had a kid come out last year, and he said, my hand is really sticky. I was like, how do you know it? He's like, because I was just touching it, and it doesn't taste good because I just licked the door handle. And I was like, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
We need to have a conversation about not licking door handles.
Yeah, don't lick door handles. Nothing good happens in the bathroom.
So, Jason, when did you sit front row?
Oh, so 2 times. I think it was back in 2006. I seen Alice in Chains at the Paramount, and it was the last night that Tower Records was open. So we went in there, and they had a big thing going on, and then we went over to the show and got right up front to see Alice in Chains. So that was a good show.
Was that with Lane Staley?
No, 2006.
Oh, okay.
Lane Staley died. Yeah.
I missed the year. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish, but it was still cool to see, the band up there doing the band. Because it wasn't Lane's band, it was Alice in Chains. And so all the people that give him crap over the years talk about you shouldn't play because Mike has passed on or, Lane's passed on. You can just keep your opinions and do what you do because that band still rocks.
Yeah, I tell those people to lick doorknobs.
Yeah, exactly. Zach from Bonnie Lake, what was your front row experience?
I managed to get up into the front row at the Evanescence and Hailstorm concert at Climate Pledge a couple years ago.
Dude, how great is it to watch Hailstorm that close? I mean, Lizzie Hale is such a great front woman.
Oh, it was freaking amazing. I mean, when you're close enough, you can actually, make out all the little leopard spots on her guitar strap. It was an amazing show.
Oh, good one for sure. Mr. Mike, you're at Great Wolf Lodge this morning. What was your front row experience?
Corn concert on the fence.
Was that this most recent show?
I've been to a lot of shows, and I always ride the fence.
Oh, good for you, man.
Did you get to make any eye contact with any of them? I always wonder, being that close.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Disturbed, lead singer of Disturbed, actually pointed at me because we were at Ozfest, and he was walking through at the second stage, and I asked him if I could meet his drummer, and he just looked at me and says, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And later on, I was on the fence in front of him, and he looks down and points right at me, and you could see the look in his eyes. Say, "You know who I am now, don't you?"
Oh, we have audio of that moment. You're not meeting my drummer.
Mel in Tacoma, what was your front row experience?
So I can't remember if it was 2019 or 2020, but it was right before COVID even existed, and we drove to Anaheim from Washington to see Machine Head 20th anniversary of Burn My Eyes at the House of Blues.
Oh, damn.
And we got backstage passes, so we were there for sound check. And so since we were there for sound check, we got the very, 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 very front row. Like, it was in the, in the pit, obviously. But I didn't want to leave and go to the bathroom like that entire time because we were right up front. We had the best spot in the whole house. So we were sharing water bottles with people we didn't even know. Yeah. And on the way home, we got COVID. Before we knew, I can't tell you for sure that it was COVID, but I've never been so sick in my life.
Oh, no. Was it worth it, though?
On the way home, there's like, California, COVID. Everyone has COVID. And we're like, we didn't test for it because there was no test at that point.
Oh, sure. Was it worth it, though?
I'm pretty sure we had it. It was terrible. But worth it.
But worth it, yes. Worth it. I thought the water bottle story was going down a different road, and I was like, oh, man, that is gnarly. But I get it. You don't want to leave that front row.
I'm glad we share a brain sometimes, Steve Migs.
Too much, too
Steve's
often.
brain is actually pretty impressive most of the time. He's got a record of 314 wins, 93 losses, and 55 ties when it comes to Beat Migs in 2024. So if you would like to play, give us a call now. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 650.
The Daily Migs Show.
Looking to turn up the heat in your relationship this holiday? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that are as nice or as naughty as you are. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday fashion gifts, like cozy fits and stylish shirts. You'll have money left over for those aviators that make you feel like a maverick. Or that ugly holiday sweater that's, like, really ugly.
OMG, that's, like, really ugly.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs,
you're a loser. Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend. It's Friday.
Oh, Taryn's got her jumping buddy back. He wasn't here last week.
I kind of liked it like that.
It was a lot chiller.
Yeah, better.
Less bouncy.
And it was hilarious to see Taryn just alone.
Yes. She was the saddest dancer.
It was kind of sad.
I heard she held my mug, though.
I did.
In honor of me.
I had your spirit in that mug, Danny.
Thank you.
I was so hoping she was accidentally going to drop it and just break your mug and your spirit. Let's get to Brandon from Buckley. Brandon, are you there?
Wow, my spirit.
I'm there.
We're looking to crush Danny's spirit today, Brandon. Let's go.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Brandon has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I think so.
What colored brick road did Dorothy go down in The Wizard of Oz?
Yellow.
Correct. What is the first element on the periodic table?
Pass.
Who played Mark Zuckerberg in the movie The Social Network?
Oh my God. Pass.
What word can come after honey, queen, and worker?
B.
Correct. How many Snow White's 7 dwarfs have names ending in the letter Y?
6.
No.
5.
Correct. What U.S. president put a Twinkie in the country's Millennium Time capsule?
Pass.
What is a community of ants called?
Oh, man, this is tough. Pass.
What East Asian country has the most vending machines per capita?
Japan.
Correct. What 2 colors do you need to make green?
Blue and yellow.
Yes.
Right.
Did you end up saying something for the U.S. president?
Clinton?
Yes. Okay, I think you did. You said that.
I heard him say something.
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay, Brandon, you got 6 correct. And who was your friend with you?
My wife's with me.
Oh, hi, wife.
Hello.
She sounded very spirited.
I know.
Does wife have a name?
Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Lori. I know she, with one of those questions, I think she knew it, could picture it. Just, it was on the tip of her tongue. Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
What colored brick road did Dorothy go down
Yellow.
with? Oh my, yes, geez.
Oh, sorry.
What is the
Didn't they find at the
first?
bottom of the water or something
What
like
is
that?
the first element on the periodic table?
Oh, hydrogen.
Correct. Who played Mark Zuckerberg in the movie The Social Network?
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yes. What word can come after honey, queen, and worker?
Bitch.
I am queen, bitch. Thank you.
B.
Yes. How many Snow White 7 dwarves have names ending in the letter Y?
I'll go 4.
No.
3?
No.
6.
No. What U.S. president put a Twinkie in the country's Millennium Time capsule?
I think that's Bill Clinton.
It is.
Yeah.
What is a community of ants called?
An army.
No.
A gallery.
No.
A school.
No.
Damn
What
it.
East Asian country has the most vending machines per capita?
Japan.
Correct. What 2 colors do you need to make green?
Yellow and blue.
Yes.
Make green.
The Kraken first introduced buoy in what year?
Oh, crap. 2022.
Yes. If you didn't get that right, woo, that would
I
have
got on the first guess. Chill out.
But you were taking your sweet time.
I had to think about it.
It didn't matter, though, because you got 8 correct, which is a win, 8-6. Sorry, Brandon and Lori.
No problem. Good game.
Have a great weekend.
They're going to get you next time, Steve.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Those are empty promises.
I will say it's funny to me because Taryn enjoys the loser songs probably just as much as you do.
Yes.
I mean the winner song, sorry.
They're all toe tappers, Danny. Every single one of them.
You danced all around the Snow White 7 dwarfs. It was
4.
You guessed 4.
Oh, 5.
No, you said 4, 3, and 6, and it was 5. Does anyone know a community of ants?
Colony.
There we go.
Look at the big brains on Danny and Taryn.
Woo-woo. Well, you still beat Brandon, so congrats.
What drives you nuts about parents at kids' sporting events?
Everything.
206-803-ROCK. Give us a call. One member of our show realized that they can never be one of those sports parents. We're going to talk about this after Temple of the Dog.
The Daily Migs Show.
Our pal Danny V was recently in New Mexico hanging with his daughter, and while you were there, you had a bit of a revelation.
I did. I am not a sports parent.
I could have told you that.
No, but because I will do anything to support my daughter and any passion she has, everything like that. But at the same time, I took her to, she's in softball now.
Okay.
And I took her to softball practice and I was just sitting there.
What position does he play?
You know.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, you clearly are not a sports parent. Do you even watch her out there? Or?
Of course I do.
What number is she?
Number 2.
Okay.
Did she score any goals in that game?
There was no game. It was just practice.
Were they practicing penalty kicks?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but that's the thing is they don't really practice their positions. I mean, when they're that young, they kind of just do whatever. So they were having them run laps. They were having them practice their catching, and Lily was kind of just like running and throwing a ball. But
so what makes you not a sports parent?
It wasn't even that part. Like that part I'm fine with. I'm fine going and watching her play and everything. It's listening to the banter between the parents and how angry they get at literally nothing.
It's ridiculous.
The coach came over and was like having a whole like meeting with the parents about like, hey, you know, we're thinking about doing this in the future. We might be doing these tournaments. And the parents, you could just see them. They're all quiet. They're all just judging the coach when he's just trying to like, you know, have open communication with the parents. And the minute the coach watches, like he was making jokes, none of the parents were laughing. Everyone was just silent, staring at him. He walks away.
The joke's funny, at least.
I mean, I thought so. He walks away, and the parents just start bitching about everything. Everything he just said. We're not going to go out of town. What do you mean we're not going to go out of town? That's what our kids signed up for. Well, we don't have enough money. Well, your kid is, and they're just fighting in the bleachers, and like not really.
I would
fighting.
find entertainment in that part. At least.
Start eating popcorn.
Yeah, because you don't have to really deal with it.
Fair.
But at that same time, it's like when you're actually involved with that, I was like, I'm just.
The crazy part is Lily's 11.
10. Yes.
Lily's 10 years old. It's not like as if like next year she's going to like UW on scholarship for softball.
That was my
The
favorite
scouts
part.
weren't there?
Right,
Is that
right?
what is going on? The scouts weren't
that's
there?
a strange age to get that worked up over.
Well, exactly. I'm like, you guys are sitting here like they're not doing it. Like it's for fun. Why are you guys not having fun?
And also, as like a kid, watching your parents do that is a little embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Are you hoping to be a sports parent?
I'm very happy being a martial arts mommy right now.
Yeah, see, I'll be that loser dad in the back of the bleachers, kind of wiping tears from my eyes, just because I'm happy to see my daughter do anything that brings her joy. Like I'm never gonna get that worked up about, you know, is she the best player? Is she that? Like I was fired up when she got to be the lead for her ballet team, like last year, until I saw her like not really lead very well, but it was still awesome. I don't think any of the kids would have led very well. It's a cluster F.
But that's where it gets frustrating, is because then like she may be the lead, but then you hear parents in the crowd. Oh, why did that little girl get to be the lead?
Yeah.
And then that's when you get mad.
That's when I stand up and look at them all and go, who's got a problem with my daughter being the lead? And I rip my shirt off, and then they're like, sir, your love handles are scaring us.
And you're a sports parent all of a sudden.
I'm a ballet dad.
When we were kids, my dad got ejected from one of my brother's baseball games, and the umpire was a friend of mine, and my dad like never forgave him for that. Like, you kicked me out of the game. Yeah, Dad, because you were being a jerk.
Why did he get ejected?
I think he was just being a little too vocal, being a little too chirpy at everything going on, and they booted my dad out of the game, and he never forgave my buddy.
Because I remember my dad he didn't even get kicked out. They just kind of like, you can't do that. And it's still one of my favorite stories. Even when my dad was around, I would always share it, and he would always roll his eyes because he knew it was true. When I was playing hockey in high school, and there was things going on, and whenever it was like a break, he was way too... He thought I was way better than I was. I was not that very good of a goalie.
He was proud of you, Steve.
Yeah, but he clearly wasn't watching the game. I was giving up some soft goals left and right. Like I was like Philip Grubauer season 1 for the Kraken. Like,
wow.
Right? And there was a moment during like in between periods, and it was like outdoors, and we're just standing by the boards, and my dad comes over and takes his hat off and hits both of my defensemen in the head with the hat. And he's like, you need to protect my son better, and like, you need to play better defense. And they're looking at me, and I'm like, I think you guys are doing just fine. Like, this is on me. Like, I'm already embarrassed of having a crap game. And my dad's he's just doubled down on the embarrassment. And they were like, sir, you can't hit these kids in the head with your hat. But they didn't kick him out.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because my mom also got kicked out of my cousin's soccer game when she was little, or when they were littler, because she was on the sideline. She didn't know that you're not supposed to yell at the referees. And so there was some penalties happening, and my mom takes off her glasses and is yelling at the ref, "Here, ref, you can use my glasses since you're so blind."
And these refs, they're making not much money. They're doing it for the love of the
I think
sport.
they're volunteers, Steve.
Okay, I was going to say $50 a game at most.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think people need to remember that. Like, these aren't like, this isn't their salary job.
No.
Yeah. Someone texted in, my dad was so excited when he found out that he was having a boy because he could get me into sports like football and baseball. In middle school, I was 6'3", 220 pounds.
Dang.
But the only events I was playing were Magic the Gathering and Warhammer. That's amazing.
Is that my brother?
Another person, dudes, I had a parent paying their child for each goal that their child scored.
Oh, wow. See, my parents would offer that to me, but I was so bad I never scored any goals.
I was going to say, my parents could have offered like $100 for every goal I would score because they knew it wasn't happening.
Oh, yeah. My parents told me I could get my ears pierced, too. Hey, just score a goal. You'll get your ears pierced. Guess what? I never got my ears pierced until I was way older. It's very embarrassing.
So it's being the mom and the wife of a coach It's the worst. You hear the parents bitch about the coach and the kids, and I have to hold it together.
It's a thankless job. It really is.
Please keep me in check if I ever have kids, because I 100% can see myself being a crazy sports parent or dance mom.
We don't have to worry about it. George won't let you anywhere near the events. I'm pretty sure your husband knows better to do that.
I'm uninvited.
Babe, just go out with your friends and drink some rosé. I'll take care of the kids' sporting events.
Okay.
We had an interesting chat yesterday where Migs offered up my goats to a celebrity.
Well, he was hungry.
Yeah, my goats, so that he could eat them. Why did this happen? You'll find out at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Monday Night Raw is coming to Angel of the Winds Arena on December 2nd. And if you check out the Daily Migs Daily podcast on the Odyssey app, you can listen to our full interview with WWE superstar Big Bronson Reed.
He's a big boy.
How big is he?
I think he's pushing almost like 380 maybe.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, while we were chatting with him, things got a little bit interesting with Bronson because I own goats.
Bronson, I wanted to ask you, because just recently you were in Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel, which is just,
yes.
I mean, what a unique place to visit. What did you do, and do you have any favorite memories while you were in Saudi Arabia?
I was able to go out to a desert and have a unique experience in the sand dunes where we got to ride in dune buggies and jeeps and it was really cool. It was a really cool night and spend a night in the desert.
And what about food there? Like, I don't even know. Like, I have so many questions. I never even think I'll ever get to go to Saudi Arabia. Is there a good scene for food while you're there?
Yeah, the food is really good. It's a lot of sort of like Middle Eastern food, stuff like shawarma, or they have like goat, they have freshly cooked goat, which some people won't partake in, but me, I'm a big meaty man that eats any type of meat.
I think you just scared Taryn, though. She has a couple of pet goats on her farm.
I do. I have 2 goats.
I mean, I don't think they're very cute, but they are very succulent at the same time.
So when you come to Everett, since Taryn lives so close, we'll bring you to her farm, and you guys can cook up from farm to table.
We'll have a big goat roast.
Protect those goats.
I was about to say, Taryn, which goat are you going to offer up to Bronson for dinner?
I mean, Lewis is the bigger of the 2, so he would provide more meat. So
Okay,
maybe
there we
Lewis.
go.
Sacrificial goats.
Did he say?
They're very cute, but they are very succulent at the same time.
They're very cute and very succulent at the same time.
What a...
Goats.
Dude, goats are so good.
I think about to say goats are so succulent.
I mean, they are as well but I love goat.
Well, how have you eaten goat?
Oh, every time we go over to our favorite Indian restaurant over in Issaquah, it's they have goat, and I always get goat.
Oh, so he went to Saudi Arabia, which is a very unique place, and you went to Issaquah, which is equally as unique.
And I'm also going to Taryn soon, so
the exotic
look out.
town of Stanwood.
They're very cute, but they are very succulent at the same time.
So based on our chat with WWE superstar Bronson Reed, 206-803-ROCK, where is the most unique place you have ever been? 206-803-ROCK. Issaquah, Washington. We will take your calls after Ozzy Osbourne.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, we want to know about the most unique place you ever visited. Give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. Tom from Olympia, you were in Kansas, and what kind of farm were you visiting?
I visited a goat farm.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
How'd they taste?
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of goats, that's for sure. So while I was at this goat farm, just kind of walking around petting goats, a big family showed up, and they were there to pick a goat that they wanted to eat. Yeah. So they picked their goat, and the people who own the goat farm stuck it in this little stall, and they went over and they sliced it.
Oh,
and then,
right there?
And then right there, and then the family kind of grabbed it and put it up, and they walked it over to a tree. The whole time they were walking over to the tree, blood was dripping all over the place. They
This
hung
is like
it
a
up
horror
in the tree
scene.
by its hind legs, and then they skinned it, and then they started a fire, and they cooked the thing up, and the family had a big party and a goat party.
Was that the purpose of this farm, or was this like a petting zoo with like a dark side?
No, that was the purpose of the farm. They actually rented out the area, so you come pay for your goat, and then you also had to pay to rent out the picnic area.
This was at the Washington State Fair, Taryn.
And if you wanted, you could go fishing while you were there in the pond.
That sounds a lot more my speed, honestly.
Who's the host of this party? Hannibal Lecter?
I love
wow.
that.
206.
Talk about farm to table, right?
206-803-ROCK. What was the most unique place you ever visited? Aaron in Tacoma. Where was that for you?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, geez, it's been a few days since it was I was there, but there's this little town about 800 miles south of Tijuana. Me and my brother were doing the Baja 1000, but we were doing it slowly. You're just following the tracks, and it's on the inside of the Sea of Cortez, and it's called Santa Rosalia, and there's a little town just below that called Mulaje. And Santa Rosalia, it's an old French pearl colony. So I guess back in the 1700s, the French came over and found out that there was tons of saltwater pearls in the Sea of Cortez, and they ultimately ended up decimating them all, and they went extinct. But they built this really cool French colony in Mexico, and it's still there. It's got like churches from like the 1700s, and like just everything's French colonial. And I didn't know we were all talking about goats, but I did go to a goat feed there. They call it Chibo, and we went to this picnic thing, and this guy comes pulling it, and he's got this brand new galvanized garbage can, 2 bags of mesquite charcoal, and a goat.
Who wants to party?
Oh yeah, and he guts the goat. He guts the goat, and he puts it inside the garbage can and fills charcoal all the way around it. Dumps lighter fluid on it, lights it on fire, and puts the lid on it.
Well, Aaron, would you agree with Big Bronson Reed from the WWE and say that the goats are cute and succulent?
You know what? The goat I had, I don't know if I got the tenderloin or something, but it was very cute, and it was very succulent.
You rock, Aaron.
Rockaholics, it is that time of the morning where we hope that you were listening to the men's room yesterday.
I hope you aren't.
At 5:40, because I gave out a cheat sheet for the Beat Migs game that's coming up next. And Steve has a record of 315 wins, 93 losses, and 55 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts, like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or snowshoes so you can hike to your super secret spot to find the perfect tree.
Aha!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
Uh-oh. Hey, Danny.
I don't like this. Oh my gosh.
All right,
Wow.
Taryn is twerking on one side.
Why? Go to Steve.
I don't have hair to play with. Danny's playing with your hair.
Yeah, but you had a body for Taryn to twerk on.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I guess the way I phrased that, you got a body that she could twerk on.
Why, yes, I do. I'm glad you noticed.
Let's get you Dan from Snohomish. Dan, are you there?
Yep.
I bet Dan has a body that Taryn could twerk on, too.
I bet he does.
I'm positive of it.
Okay. Well, I'm Sarah, your host.
He's a snow hoe after
for
all.
you to get out of here. Do all the snow hoes have bodies?
They're snow homies.
Ooh, okay.
That's right.
Well, for those playing at home, the snow homie Dan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Or, wait a second, Dan, I got to ask you a question real quick.
Okay, what's up?
Were you listening to the Men's Room Around 540 yesterday?
In fact, I was.
Oh! So you listened to the cheat sheet. Do you think you remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got at least 2 out of 3.
Let's freaking go.
That's why he's Dan the man.
Woo! Okay, are you ready?
Right. I'm ready.
What position does Seahawks player Tyler Lockett play?
Wide receiver.
Correct. What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust?
Aluminum.
Yes. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for what Spanish city?
Barcelona.
Yes. Robin Williams won a Best Supporting Actor for his Oscar
Good Will
for...
Hunting.
Yes, thank you. Dogs primarily sweat through which part of their body?
Can you repeat?
Dogs primarily sweat through which part of their
mouth.
body? No.
Their ears.
No.
Their nose.
No. Where is the Sea of Tranquility located?
Egypt.
What?
Africa.
No.
Egypt.
No. What
Europe.
U.S. newspaper is nicknamed the Gray Lady?
Pass.
Which state is known as the Show Me State?
Last question was Washington Post.
No.
Okay, repeat the question.
Which state is known as the Show Me State?
Show me state. New York.
No.
New Jersey.
No.
Alabama.
No. Dan. Thank goodness
Sorry.
for that cheat sheet, because you got all the cheat sheet questions correct, so you did remember them all. And you got Tyler Lockett's position. So you got 4 correct.
Right.
I thought he did a lot better than that, too. That was the funny thing.
Well, because he was like on a roll in the beginning. It was like Tyler and then the cheat sheet answers. And then
we'll see how it all shakes out.
Because we know Migs wasn't listening to the men's room at 540. So he ain't going to get those.
Maybe I just know him.
No, if you're going to get them right, it would just be a guess.
Okay.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
What position does Seahawks player Tyler Lockett play?
Wide receiver.
You know it.
Wide.
What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust?
The core.
No.
Cheese.
No.
Pizza.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I get it. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for what Spanish city?
Peru?
No.
Oh, that's not.
Wait, what?
Barcelona?
Wow, yes. Robin Williams won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for what role?
Good Will Hunting.
Oh my gosh, yes. Dogs primarily sweat through which part of their body?
Their tongue.
No.
Oh, their eyes.
No, what? That'd be so creepy.
Their paws.
There we go. Where is the Sea of Tranquility located?
Oh, man, next to the River of Anger. I don't know. The Philippines.
No.
Texas.
No.
Barcelona.
No. What U.S. newspaper is nicknamed the Gray Lady?
The New York Times.
Correct. Which state is known as the Show Me State?
I'm going to go with New Orleans.
No, but I love that answer, but that's also not a state.
Oh, I meant Louisiana.
But also no. Oh, Steve?
That was not good.
No, but you did get 5 correct, which I hate to say it is a win. 5-4. Dan, that was so close.
Daniel, thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Dan did know because of the cheat sheet the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust is aluminum.
Oh, yeah, I would have never got that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I didn't have the answers in front of me. Does anyone know where the Sea of Tranquility is located?
Isn't it on the moon?
It is on the moon.
Daddy with the big brain.
You know why I know that is because you always answered that dumb question with a Sea of Tranquility. So I had to look it up because I was like, that's not a thing, and it's on the moon.
I'm so proud of you. And then what state is known as the Show Me State?
Is it Missouri?
It is.
Do we have any reason? Do you know why?
No.
Okay.
And you would think Show Me. I mean, Steve and I's obviously brains went to
boobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in Missouri, I never think of boobs when I think of Missouri.
What do you think of?
Grass.
You don't think of the arch?
I think of college football.
Oh.
I mean, I guess I don't really think about Missouri much. What do you think of?
My family that lives there, St. Louis.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, according to the robots, they say it's called that because of the phrase, I'm from Missouri. You have got to show me.
Oh.
Your boobies.
Got to show you what?
I don't know.
Now I kind of want to go.
Then it also says the phrase's origins are not entirely clear, but there are several theories.
Does Nelly rap about that, I wonder?
I love that you knew. Oh, wait, I can't even. All right, Steve, will you beat Dan?
It goes back to the 1800s with like miners and trains and gate guards. Oh, my.
Boobs are more exciting.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something happened at home last night, and I want all of your opinions. So call in now. 206-803-ROCK. This is a simple question, but we need for you to call in now. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Pearl Jam.
The Daily Migs Show.
Last night, as my husband Brad and I were winding down, getting ready for bed, I realized there's something about us that's very different.
What time do you guys usually go to bed?
We try to get Barrett to bed at 8, and then we're usually in bed by like 8:15, 8:30.
Oh, so I mean to have that conversation with my wife about like maybe we should just go to bed right after we put Tatum to bed because we try and go downstairs and act like parent or a married couple that does not have a child.
Oh, yeah.
And sit on the couch and like enjoy being adults for a second. Next thing you know, we wake up because we fell asleep on the couch and it's 10 o'clock.
So I realized that we do things a little bit differently in our bedtime routine, and it led me to want to ask a simple question. And that simple question is this, Rockaholics. Do you set your clothes out the night before? Chuck in Des Moines, do you do what I do and set your clothes out the night before?
Oh, yeah. Every night.
Not only that, I set up my coffee. I set up everything, man. I'm brain dead in the morning.
Dude, I recently was thinking about that myself because my coffee maker has like a timer on it and you can schedule it, and I never do it. And always when I get up in the morning, I'm just like,
hey, Steve.
What's that?
Steve, I even grind my weed the night before. How do you like that one?
I like the nighttime you take such good care of morning you, Chuck.
Yeah, nighttime Chuck really cares about tired. I don't want to do a damn thing. Morning Chuck.
We do that too, though. We set up the coffee to grind. Like, so the grinder goes off at 3, and by the time it's like 3:15, the coffee's ready to pour.
You can smell it.
Oh, so
See, I have one of those K-cup machines, and I sometimes I'm so tired. I do it. I set it all up, and then I take Lulu to go to the bathroom, to outside, and I take care of a couple other things while it's brewing the coffee. And then there's a moment of panic because I realize I never put a coffee cup in.
Oh, no.
And then I go running over there, and there's just coffee all over the counter. It's pouring down on onto the floor.
So you need to do some more nighttime preparations.
So you are set everything up in the night before to make sure that all of your clothes are all set up.
Yes, it's like one less thing I have to worry about. So Jeff in Puyallup, same simple question to you. Do you set your clothes out the night before?
No, I am finding clothes with one eye open, wandering around in the morning. The only thing I do the night before is, I'll do the coffee, set that timer, and when the morning comes and you smell coffee, it's like Christmas morning. It's like you're a god. Yes, I did this. I thought of this ahead of time.
Thanks, late night, Jeff.
What time do you get up in the morning?
5:45.
All right.
See, I used to be the type of person that didn't. I'll just figured it out in the morning. I'll just grab whatever. But now, I don't want to wake up anybody in my house. So I at least find the shirt that I want because my drawer is stuck all the time. And in the middle of the night, and I'm trying to pull it, and I'll like yank it. I might pull it all the way, and then it falls to the ground. And then my wife's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Go back to bed." I'm just trying to find yet another one of my black T-shirts.
What about Danny and Sarah? Do you guys set your clothes out the night before?
I set out my underwear.
What?
Your underwear?
Yeah, my underwear and my socks.
That is so cute.
Do you have specific underwear that you have to make sure you wear every day?
No, I don't really know why I do it. Just so that way I don't have to go around in my drawers and try to find them. And it's like, so I just put those out. And then at that point, I usually have my pants just like easy to grab.
Sometimes I'll be like, my underwear, it's in the dryer. I'll just grab one out of the dryer. Because I set everything up and put it in the laundry room, and that's where I get dressed.
Yeah.
And there have been times where I go through the dryer and I'm like, oh, crap, that was just a towel load. I don't have any underwear. I got to go back in the bedroom and try and grab a pair of underwear. And I got my cell phone trying to find it.
Sarah, what about you?
I never do, and I never have, but I think I might start. I think I might try it because every morning I'm like, why do we have to get dressed? Why? Like, I'm so annoyed with it. That's why I look the same and extremely mediocre every morning.
I feel like I'm an influencer now because I've influenced you to try this method.
That makes sense.
Wow, thanks. I'll try it. I'll give it a shot.
Looking at the text line, someone said, my husband always sets his clothes out the night before. I always set out outfits for the kids the night before, but when it comes to myself, I just scramble in the morning trying to find anything to wear, and that's from Rochelle.
Yeah. Thanks, Rochelle.
It sounds like, Steve, they've had timers on coffee machines for like 30 plus years. You're just now figuring that out?
Get with the time, Steve.
I know it's there. I just have been too lazy to figure out how to set it.
See, I think we're going to have Sarah start setting out her clothes. You're going to start setting the timer, and next week is going to be a beautiful week.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
All right. There is a brand new docuseries that just came out on Netflix about the upcoming Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. And many people are sharing their opinion on Mike getting back into the boxing ring at his age. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard... His ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
There's a new Netflix documentary that reveals that Mike Tyson's upcoming fight with Jake Paul was delayed from the original date it was supposed to happen in July.
Yep.
After Mike Tyson was suffering an ulcer flare-up, and that caused him to vomit blood and experience some dizziness during a fight.
What a whim. He just still went out there and fought.
Yeah. The docuseries is called Countdown, Paul v. Tyson, and it is a 3-part series that captures the lead up to their bout, and it's set to stream live on November 16th. Migs, you have watched episode 1?
Most of episode 1. So, yeah, the big fight's next weekend.
That's crazy.
It's finally here, and highly recommend this docuseries. Granted, I haven't watched all 3 episodes. I think episode 2 talks about the health issues. At least how that was the cliffhanger after episode 1. Episode 1 was awesome. Ice-T is the narrator of it. And, dude, I'm talking about less than a minute into this docuseries. Mike Tyson starts talking about what he's been up to and why he decided he wanted to fight Jake Paul, and it sucked me in right away.
I didn't think Jake's enjoying his position in life right now, and good for him. I was minding my business. I was just enjoying life, smoking a lot of weed, doing a lot of mushrooms, just enjoying life, doing whatever I want. I saw this little
just like smoking some weed, doing a lot of mushrooms, and then I saw this little S.
Even though he's a little pipsqueak, he ignited the fire in me. I'm sure he's scared, you know. If he's not scared, he's going to be in for a big surprise.
I mean, I'm scared of Mike Tyson on mushrooms for sure.
That would trip me the F out. And also the workout montages. It's really well done. Highly recommend checking it out.
Well, many have had opinions on Mike's health and this upcoming fight, so we are going to go straight to the comments.
We found a few of these comments. We sent them to Jason, our production director, and he reenacted them however he saw fit. Are you ready for the first comment about Mike Tyson and the big fight against Jake Paul?
Yes.
Look, Tyson was a beast in his prime. But come on now, this is nothing but a moneymaker. LOL, that's all it is. No kidding.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, don't disagree. Oh, he's like 60-something.
He's 58.
Oh, okay. So he's 50. Oh, so he's not that
old. He's fighting in his 50s. You're wrestling in your 50s. Same.
Yeah, but at least mine's predetermined. And I'm pretend fighting my friends.
Don't spoil it for
you know
us,
what?
Steve.
There's a very good chance that this is predetermined as well. Here's another comment.
To quote Mike Tyson... This looks serious.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This looks serious. Say that to his face. They also show a part in the documentary, the docuseries. There's Mike Tyson just finding his moment of zen, relaxing with his pigeon farm.
What? He has a pigeon farm?
Oh, yeah.
Like homing pigeons?
I guess.
Like the ones that you release and they come back to you?
I mean, yeah, he's got a full-on setup with all these birds in there, pigeons in there, and that's like his happy place.
I did not know he was a bird nerd.
He's on mushrooms and playing with pigeons.
This guy sounds awesome.
Or terrifying.
This is going to be an embarrassing train wreck. I can't wait.
I am excited to watch it. Are you going to watch it?
Absolutely.
Who do you think's going to win?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, man. I know Jake Paul's, he knows what he's doing. I'm not saying he and Tyson in his prime or a little past his prime, I think Tyson would murder him.
Yeah.
I think if Tyson's going to win this, it's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Because I think the longer it goes, if we're talking stamina, I don't know. I don't know if Mike
loses momentum.
I mean, Mike never really was a stamina kind of guy, even back when he was, young and just murdering people in the ring. I don't know. Hey, it's funny. They have all these other boxing experts, and some are sounding like, yeah, this is going to be an easy one for Mike. And others are like, he's not. He's almost 60.
And Jake Paul is what, 27 or something?
I think so.
Crazy.
I'd rather get punched in the face by Mike Tyson than want anything that has the dumb Paul brother.
Oh, you don't want to watch his YouTube page or anything, or his podcast or anything along those lines? One more comment about the fight.
If Tyson doesn't knock him out, the whole thing's a joke. No kidding.
I'm so curious because there's like part of me is like, I don't think it's going to go well for him. But then you see some of the workout footage and he just looks like a beast in there.
Yeah, he's scary.
There is one part during the docuseries towards the end of episode 1 where Jake Paul's talking about Mike and then Mike's talking about Jake, and it's pretty awesome.
Life is not normal anymore. I'm fighting one of the most famous boxers ever, and when I knock him the out, I will be the new face of boxing.
A guy like Jake, you hate him or you love him in this kind of game. There's nothing in between. I just want to win. But I want to do more than that. I want to set a precedent. Him up.
Let's go.
I love how much this just builds the anticipation, though. Awesome job for them putting this together.
Best part about the docuseries, though, was the battle of Jake Paul and Nintendo. Oh. He's trying to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and he's doing the whole blow it into the cartridge, and it won't work. He's blowing into the Nintendo. It was a great piece. It was very nostalgic and reminded me of growing up playing Nintendo and having to do that a lot.
Oh, yeah. An iconic voice that we all grew up with has sadly passed away. We're going to tell you what's trending after Metallica.
The Daily Migs Show.
The day is just beginning for so many of you rockaholics, and as you get moving with your day, pop culture is just everywhere you look, and sifting through what's important can be so tough. So we're here to help you out and tell you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. Trending, let's go. Let's go.
Does the name Elwood Edwards mean anything to you guys?
It sounds like a rich guy. A rich old guy.
You actually do know Elwood Edwards. He was the memorable voice behind AOL's iconic You've Got Mail, and he has died at the age of 74 after battling a long illness. They recorded that back in 1989. He was paid $200, but his phrases, yes.
Well, I mean, I get it. Like, he probably didn't think, he's like, this is an easy voice job. I just have to say, you've got mail.
3 words.
Yeah.
But his phrases obviously became a symbol of early internet days. Everybody knows that phrase. And here's a clip of AOL's You've Got Mail.
You've got mail.
Elwood.
Now, did you have AOL?
Absolutely.
Danny? Or was that before your time?
It wasn't before my time. My mom just never bought internet. So I knew it, of course, but it was just, I never had one.
Sarah, I bet you did. Well, you probably did in your household. You just didn't know it.
Yeah, I
bet
didn't
your
know
dad
it.
had it.
Probably.
You've got mail.
We never had it, but my buddy Chris did. And I remember sometimes you get those promotional free CDs, and this is way back in the day. And I would go run over there, and we would use them, and then we would jump into these chat rooms and act like we're adults and catfish other adults. Not anything dirty, just try and start fights with people and stupid stuff.
You've got mail.
And they're like, oh, the guy responded. Let's tell him we're going to beat him up later today. Meet us in Bensonhurst.
Back in 2016, a woman posted this video where she found out her Uber driver in Ohio was the famous You've Got Mail voice, Elwood Edwards.
This is my Uber driver, and he just told me something very special, that he's the voice behind...
Welcome. You've got mail.
Whoa.
Hey! Do it again.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Yay. Okay, what's your name?
Elwood Edwards.
Elwood Edwards. Thank you.
You bet.
Oh my God.
He sounds like he was a sweet man.
Plot twist, you only gave him 2 stars. It wasn't believable enough.
Rude.
I'm kidding.
My parents still use AOL, by the way.
They have an AOL email address?
Yes.
I didn't even know it still existed.
Oh, it does.
Do they have to pay for it still?
I have no idea. I think they're just afraid of change.
You've got mail.
I think
that's your dad. He's reaching out to you.
Well, and I think I am too, because everyone hates on me for still having a Yahoo.
Oh, Yahoo!
Yeah. I'm like...
That's right up there with Hotmail.
Right. Why would you change it?
We found out today that Taryn was the voice of Yahoo.
I was a yodeler once in my younger days.
Clearly once, not anymore. No. I wonder if you could make your ringtone the You Got Mail thing. So when you get a text, it goes, You've got mail.
That would be cool.
Or Dave, you can make the sound.
Yeah, right?
You've got mail.
Got it. I think people would be like, what? I got a special AOL phone.
Also, that'd be so annoying.
It would be.
Right?
It would be funny for an hour and then quickly go into vibrate mode.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about Ray Gun. Rachel Ray Gun Gun. You remember her? She stole everybody's hearts in the Olympics because she was a breakdancer for what? Australia, right?
You know it.
Well, she just recently did an interview and just said, I'm done. I'm done with competitive breakdancing.
No. I still break, but
Yeah.
I don't compete.
You
I'm
won't
not going to
compete again.
compete anymore. No. I was going to keep competing for sure, but that seems really difficult thing for me to do now to approach a battle.
I can't tell people how to think and how to feel. I understand other people internalize things differently. I just feel like I would have, I'm not trying to be like I'd handle it better than her, but I feel like I would have had a lot more fun with this entire dramatic crap that's going. Like she's taking it to heart, and that's a bummer. Yeah, you don't want to see anyone dealing with like mental health struggles. But man, I feel like if I made it to the Olympics for breakdancing, and then I ended up doing this weird dolphin thing on this floor, and everybody was just clowning on me, I think I would be having the best time of my life. I'm like, I got to go to the Olympics and do this, and then I would try and parlay it into some kind of money making up. I'm going to go hit the clubs and pay me $10,000 to show up to your club, and I'll get the whole circle going on the dance floor, and I'll drop to the floor and just start doing thing.
Yes. Well, and then I just feel like, on the flip side, that obviously you could tell brought her so much joy, and to have that joy just goofed on and made fun of, and like it maybe just sucked the joy out of it for her.
You're
That
not wrong.
sucks.
You're not
People
wrong,
are
and it's fine.
mean.
I can't clown on her for that, but like I just think about myself. I'm pretty self-deprecating. Like
Yes.
if I brought joy to people by being an idiot, I do that every morning, but.
You figured it out.
But if I brought joy and I got to go to the Olympics, I think I would be having a lot more fun. I'm bummed that she's not able to have a good time with this.
And she was doing that contest thing too, where she was offering $10,000 to anybody that could outdance her.
How'd that go?
Didn't hear any resolution from that. Did she quit since then and say never mind?
Well, she didn't say out breakdancer, just out dance, because she's a actual. Not that breakdancing isn't real dancing, but she does other dancing as well.
What other dancing does she do?
I think she does the freak dance.
Oh, she's going to be at emo night twerking with Sarah.
Yeah. But who judges who's a better dancer? She's like, yeah, take me on in dancing, and then I'm the judge. I'm like, not totally kicked your ass. You're not getting $10,000.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve Migs for one final time this week? He's got a record of 316 wins, 93 losses, and 55 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Looking to turn up the heat in your relationship this holiday? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that are as nice or as naughty as you are. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the kids, like arts, crafts, games, and tech. You'll have money left over for some new board games to boost the kids' confidence.
You won again.
Or that multi-voice changing megaphone so you can really spread the cheer.
Happy holidays.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday.
It's a special emo night Friday.
Heck yes.
As all of us, except for T-Dog, who lied to us.
She sure did.
We're all going to be at Numos tonight as Danny V's on the ones and twos, spinning the saddest songs at Emo Night.
Steve, are you going to wear eyeliner?
I always wear eyeliner when I go out.
You do?
Yeah, I'm going to dress like The Undertaker. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, that's so great.
That would be so epic.
Can you play the Undertaker theme song when I show up? Like, I'll text you, and then just like all of a sudden, like once I show up,
just walk in,
just turn the lights all black, have that gong go off.
Steve, this is not a wrestling event, okay?
I don't do anything on the weekends that aren't wrestling, so I don't really know how to make this work.
The emo kids don't like that kind of violence, Steve.
I will say, though, they probably would like your wrestling outfits, so you could roll
Come
up
on, Danny.
and...
You should come in your
I'll
wrestling
be like,
outfit.
Danny, I'm on my way, and then all of a sudden, people are like, what's going on?
That was so dramatic.
Oh, the lights are still out. Oh my God, Daughtry's here. Daughtry loves emo night, and he's wearing eyeliner.
Does it do anything else but that? Okay.
And then smoke comes out of Nemo's.
I'm with the smoke.
And I've got my black trench coat because it's emo.
I'll have all the emo kids vape. That'll be the smoke.
Yes! Let's do this.
Wow. This sounds like an experience that Karina from Woodby Island would also experience if you did this, because she will be at Emo Night tonight as well.
Karina.
See, she tagged me out.
Okay.
No.
And she's going in my place.
Do you know the last time I went to Emo Night and Karina was there, what she said to me? Where's Taryn?
Stop.
wait for Taryn.
Hey, I went one time.
You agreed to go with all of us months ago. I wouldn't have agreed to this crap if I didn't think all of us were going.
Karina, what do you have to say about
I'm
this?
going to give you a tombstone.
Oh my
I
gosh.
definitely think that Taryn needs to show up. She has to.
All right.
My girl.
As long as I can get a good
Migs
nap
better
in.
be wearing eyeliner.
Oh, yes!
You know it. If Taryn shows up, I will.
I like how we are just guilting Taryn until she just shows up.
She needs to be a woman of her word.
I know.
Like a texter told us earlier, it sounds like Taryn just penciled you guys in for this Friday.
Did we take a blood
Oh my
oath or
gosh.
something? Did we make promises? What are we even talking
Yes,
about?
we all put it in our calendar, including you. You showed us. It's in your calendar. In blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't canceled it yet. I haven't crossed it out.
All you've been talking about them. Never mind. Let's play the game.
Okay, all right. Well, I am Sarah, your host, and it is time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
And for those playing at home, Karina, who is the sweetest girl ever, who hopefully Taryn won't disappoint later tonight, has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Nirvana had the hit song titled Heart-Shaped What?
Box.
Correct. Apple CEO Steve Jobs was known for wearing what color turtleneck?
Blue.
No.
Black.
Yes. What Netflix show takes place in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana?
Stranger Things.
Yes. Who was the only U.S. president to resign?
Joe Biden.
No.
Pass.
Veterans Day is celebrated on what day in November?
The 21st.
No.
The 22nd.
No.
The 12th.
Oh, no. What has a gravitational pull so strong that even light cannot escape it?
Black hole.
Correct. New York City is made up of how many boroughs?
10.
No.
11.
No.
12.
No. A squab is the name given to the young of which bird?
Geese.
No. Karina, you got 4 correct.
Oh.
You know what? You never know. You never know what's going to happen.
No crying till emo night.
Yeah.
I'll save it till then.
And I'm always rooting for Karina. So
Absolutely.
If, Taryn, if you could just slap Steve or...
Cover his mouth.
I'm sure Taryn wants me to win so that she'll be disappointed not once but twice tonight.
Oh.
When Taryn doesn't show up to emo night.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Nirvana had the hit song titled Heart-Shaped What?
Box.
You know it. Apple CEO Steve Jobs was known for wearing what color turtleneck?
Black.
Yes. What Netflix show takes place in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana?
Stranger Things.
Yes. Who was the only U.S. president to resign?
what's his face? Eisenhower.
No.
Nixon.
Correct. Veterans Day is celebrated on what day in November?
Monday.
Which is?
The 11th.
Wow, yes. What has a gravitational pull so strong that even light cannot escape it?
Danny's charm and emo night. Yeah. I don't know. The black hole.
You do know. New York City is made up of how many boroughs?
5.
Yep. Squab is the name given to the young of which bird?
Squab. Ducks?
No.
Pigeons.
Yes. What? Which
Shout out to Mike Tyson.
1998 Disney film was Lindsay Lohan's film debut?
Freaky Friday?
No.
Hannah Montana.
No.
Moana.
No. The Mariners last made the playoffs in what year?
Oh, crap. 2021?
No.
2022.
Yes.
Damn it.
But it doesn't matter because you ended up getting 8 correct, which is a win, 8-4. Sorry, Karina.
Shoot, I'm going to get him next time for sure.
Yes.
Right.
And I can't wait to take a shot with you later tonight. This music is depressing. So honestly, it does kind of make me want to cry. It would be perfect tonight.
Please play the Undertaker theme.
Which 1998 Disney film was Lindsay Lohan's film debut? One of the best movies ever in my
Parent
opinion.
Trap?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a fun movie.
So fun. And I thought maybe for probably 10 years after that movie came out, maybe even 15, that I thought she had a twin.
Oh, they tricked you real good, Sarah.
And then I asked my friend, whatever happened to her twin? Well, she never existed. And you eventually got that the Mariners last made the playoffs in 2022.
Yeah.
So congrats on beating Karina.
Apparently, earlier this morning, I said something during a break that confused and surprised a couple of members of this show.
It's nothing to do with you being a back hour outer of emo night.
No, I'm actually not even sure what it is. So we're going to find out after Blind Melon.
The Daily Migs Show.
Apparently, earlier this morning, I said something that confused Migs and Sarah and possibly Danny, but I don't even know what you're talking about.
You've just been disappointing us all morning long. And this one I thought was kind of odd because we were talking about that topic where we were talking about like what was something that you sat in the front row for. And a lot of people called in, and shout out to all the listeners that called in with some great stories. And then we go to commercial break, and then you're just like, you know what I sat in the front for a bunch of times? And Titanic. It's like, excuse me? So I'm like, what, was there a play? And I was like, ignorant Steve didn't know that there was a play. You're like, no. And you looked at me like as I was like such a moron. Like, how dare I even think there was a play that existed? So I want to throw it out there. 206-803-ROCK. 206-803-ROCK. Has anyone seen a movie? Because you're talking about the movie Titanic in a theater more than 3 times.
Because I saw Titanic in the theater 4 times.
4 times. Like, I've heard of people saying that they love the movie so much that they then went back and watched the movie again in the theaters. And typically that'll happen at most once, maybe twice. But the fact that you went to the theater 4 times to see a movie blew my mind.
Well, Steve, you would understand why I would go to see that movie more than 1 or 2 times if you had actually seen Titanic.
Even if
I agree with her. I thought.
How many times have you seen Titanic in the theaters?
I only saw it once. But I did see a movie more than 4 times in the theaters. Wedding Crashers.
What? Because you loved it that much?
No, I went on multiple dates. I was newly single, and it was every single girl that I dated that summer wanted to go see Wedding Crashers.
Danny, you were a playboy.
Oh, like 5.
Which is so on brand for Wedding Crashers.
I think it was 5 or 6 girls that I took to go see that movie.
I just love you like, ladies love Wedding Crashers. I'm going to just keep taking them to this.
It wasn't my choice. I would ask them, I was like, what movie you want to go see? And it was always Wedding Crashers.
Would you admit that you saw it already?
No.
That was going to be my
Of course
question.
not,
You have to act,
Steve.
this is a funny movie.
What's this movie all about? Oh, that sounds awesome.
I mean, it was
hey,
a great movie.
if Owen Wilson says blah, 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 will you make out with me? Sure thing. Oh, my gosh, he said it. Wow. Wow. The only movie I can think of I saw more than 3 times. Oh, wow. Thanks, got it. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Wow. Is Anchorman. Because I got flown out to California to see it at Hollywood to go interview like the cast and then go see the movie. So I got to see a screening. Then when the screening happened in Seattle, I went to it again. And then there was another screening. And I'm like, then I convinced some of my buddies. I'm like, I've seen this movie twice already. It's hilarious. Come with me. And then we all went and I saw it 3 times in the theater before it even became a movie that you could pay to go see. It was all from screenings.
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't been to a movie in a very long time. I think the last movie I saw in the theater was like Cocaine Bear or something like that. It's maybe time to go see a movie 4 times in the theater again. Angie from Monroe, what was the movie you saw more than 4 times in the theater?
We saw Halloween about 4 or 5 times in the theater, but 20 times altogether.
Wow. So you love that movie so much.
The Rob Zombie version.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's a good choice.
Yeah, you didn't sound like you were someone that was old enough to see the original Halloween.
Well, I'm 44, so 45 actually, so I have.
You have a very youthful voice, Angie.
Well, thank you.
So what is it about that movie that you love that much that you wanted to see it that many times?
Well, I loved the way that Rob Zombie did it because it showed him as a child. So it just kind of like, I don't know, I just found the way that he did the movie was so, it gave you more backstory.
I agree.
For sure. That's a good call. Craig from Tenino, you saw a movie 19 times in the theater. What was it?
The very first Avatar.
Nice.
So you have a lot of mushrooms in your possession, apparently.
Actually, no, I've never done drugs.
But because that movie's a trip, and to see it that many times?
I just really enjoyed it. I like the graphics, and most of the times we're in 3D, but then
cool.
a couple times like I couldn't see it. I still need to go do a 4K TV, or was it the 4D movie experience? But we'll see.
No, I do agree that that's a movie that I feel like you need to see in the theaters. Like, I remember watching it on cable, and I'm like, it's still good, but it's not the same.
It's not. Nowhere near.
Landon in Covington, what movie did you see in the theater more than 4 times?
I've seen The Dark Knight at least 6 times.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. See, I feel like it's so much less of a weirdo now, Landon. All these people making me feel weird today.
Landon, how do you feel about someone going in the theater to see Titanic 4 times, though?
Oh, I mean, I'd see it 5.
That's right. It's a cinematic masterpiece.
Landon, thank you.
Absolutely.
That didn't go the way I hoped.
Patricia and Olympia, what was the movie you saw more than 3 times in the theater?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh,
that was a great movie.
Rick Moranis' best work.
It was at Disneyland for like the longest time in their theater over by the Pizza Planet. And we saw it every time we had annual passes to Disneyland. So every time we went to Disneyland, we saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And it had, you know, the water features and stuff to make you feel like you were in the movie.
That's right.
Do they show the entire film, or do they do like a condensed version for Disney?
No, it was the entire film all the way through. And there would always, for like a while, there used to be a huge line to get into that theater.
That's crazy. It's cool they had a tradition, though, to do that. I feel like that
movie, too.
I personally feel like that'd be a waste of time while at Disney.
Oh.
To sit in a theater and watch a movie for a couple of hours, like, I'd much rather be sitting in line for many hours to ride a 5-minute ride. Because, you know, wasting time at Disney is never happening.
Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive movie fan, but also a massive music fan. So do you think that you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us. And if you do, you will win front row tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Lost Christmas Eve tour, coming to Climate Pledge Arena on November 23rd. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com /Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com /Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
All morning we have received texts and calls from you, but we've not yet had a chance to chat with everybody. But the time has come, and we are checking in with the Rockaholics right now. So call up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have something on your mind that you'd like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK.
Now, Taryn, before we get to all that, we have a very special guest that's joining us. He's a member of the Seattle Kraken in a very cool way. So my buddy Michael Henriksen, he also plays in a band called Nightwave, which you might have seen.
Love Nightwave.
They perform a lot at the Kraken games. They're always awesome. They're just a great group. We've seen him also at the Limp Bizkit show. We got to party with him there as well. But one of the cool things is he's one of the emergency backup goalies for the Seattle Kraken. He's a goalie. So he's a great beer league goalie as well. And I saw he posted on his Facebook page yesterday that he was at practice with the Kraken because of the Grubauer injury. So he only had Decor. They were bringing up a goalie from Coachella. So that's when they tap into sometimes the emergency backup goalies. So our friend Michael got to play and practice with the Kraken yesterday. Michael.
I'm here. Hello. Good morning.
Are you just buzzing today?
You know, I've got a few bumps and bruises from some Oliver Bjorkstrand slap shots, but besides that, I'm in one piece. So, yeah, I'm still shaking a little bit.
Dude, that was going to be my first question. Who's got the hardest shot on the team?
Wow. You know, Matty Beniers has a really sneaky, hard shot. I mean, all the guys, they play at such an elite level. So, you know, obviously, playing with a few ex-pros in the summer, you kind of get used to the pace, but being on the ice with guys that do this, as a profession is just absolutely wild. So, I got lit up a little bit, but, made a few saves. So I'd like to think that, perhaps I turned a few heads.
Was your heart just pounding out of your chest the entire time, or were you able to settle in and relax and kind of take it all in?
Yeah, good question. They texted me about 7:30 in the morning, and I was getting off a Zoom call, and I immediately just started freaking out. But, I hopped in the car. I threw on some Powerman 5000 to relax. And then when Worlds Collide came on, I knew everything was going to be okay. It was really freaky, but everyone was super, super nice. Joey Decord, who's the other goalie there, was just incredibly nice, just asking questions about myself and sort of my background, and that sort of put me at ease.
That was a question I had for you. It's okay, so you get the call, you're going in there, and I know as an emergency backup goalie, that's there's a chance of always getting that call, but still when it happens, is it an awkward experience to be in the locker room with these pros? That's I'm sure you're getting dressed and getting ready with them. Are you just kind of keeping your head down? Was anybody going out? You said Joey, but were other people making it a point to be hey, who are you? Why are you here? And have a conversation with you?
Yeah, the whole team, literally everyone came up to say hi, shake hands, tap my pads, even the coaching staff. Coach Bilesmo was sort of joking before the practice got started. He's like, all right, we've got Rockstar here today. He's got a 5-0 beer league record, so watch out, guys. And they just do things that just make you put your mind at ease. They couldn't be a nicer group of people in the world. So they definitely went out of their way to make it a very memorable experience I think I'll never forget.
So the Kraken play tonight, and what happens next for you?
Yeah, well, we have a group of emergency backup goalies, like Steve mentioned, so we all go to the home games, and in the instance that someone gets hurt on either team, we don't want that to happen, obviously, but we would get dressed for one of those teams. But, they practice so much, and these guys, they're taking a toll on their bodies, so, once in a blue moon, they do need to take a rest, and occasionally we'll get that call, and, just do our best to stay in net and pretend like we know what we're doing in there.
So does that mean you could potentially play for the Golden Knights too?
Yeah, for sure. Wow. This is a weird, unique NHL rule where every NHL arena at every home game has to have a designated emergency backup goalie. And if anything happens to either team, you would be designated to get dressed. And in the wildly rare occasion where two goalies get hurt on the same team, you would end up playing. I would love nothing more. I was not going to have it. I'm not an e-bug, but if I was an e-bug and they're like, okay, you're going to go to the other, I'd be like,
put me on the other team, and I want to make it a point to, like, as I'm getting dressed, they see the giant Kraken tattoo that's on my leg, and they're like, we can't have this guy. We don't trust this guy.
Sabotage.
I swear, guys, I'm totally down with being a Golden Knights forever, man. Golden Knights, let's go.
Yeah, it's just the S for the end of Knights, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it was an incredibly awesome experience, and it's something that is even just practicing with the team I never dreamed would happen. So I just feel very lucky.
Did you get to keep the practice jersey?
No, they kept the practice jersey, but more reason to keep working hard, and hopefully the opportunity will come again.
That way you can steal it the next time.
Well, Steve told me I could do it, guys. So
yeah, they'll be like, oh, he said it, sure.
Well, Michael, we will be keeping our eyes peeled. Hopefully, you get to live Steve Migs' dream.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all your hard work and what you do on the radio station.
And Michael, real quick, when's Nightwave playing again?
You can see us New Year's Eve at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma. So grab your tickets. Let's party. Let's fist bump.
Awesome, brother. Well, congrats on all that. I was so happy to see that post yesterday. I was like, man, it couldn't happen to a better dude.
Hey, more love for our goalie world, man. Appreciate what you do on the ice, too.
Thank you, man.
Rockaholics, many people want nothing to do with an ex-spouse. So we were all pretty shocked by what a former athlete just did to forever remember his ex-wife in the most raunchy way possible. You're going to hear all about it at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Lamar Odom visited a sex doll factory in Las Vegas.
It's the headline of the day right there.
I mean, if it was going to be in any city, it would be Sin City, I believe.
Now, is this like a factory that any of us could get tours?
I am assuming so.
Because I remember in college, there was Ben & Jerry's would give, we went to Plattsburgh, which was close to Vermont, and there were Ben & Jerry's tours all the time, and that was kind of fun. You got to sample some of the ice cream.
I mean, they call it the sex doll experience, so I would think you could go in there and experience the sex doll
I was about
factory.
to start thinking that maybe you get to sample some of their ice cream as well.
Well, apparently Lamar Odom and his manager were there, and he ordered one that looks...
Hold on, if I'm the manager, I want to raise. You want to take me where? No.
He ordered one that looks exactly like his ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian. They were married from 2009 to 2016, and this is Lamar looking at one of the lifelike dolls with a couple of the company reps.
One of the more popular ones.
Oh, wow.
It's the Body App. Biggest. What more can you ask for?
She's bad. She's just shaped like a woman. I can see her thigh.
Again, if I'm the manager, I need a raise. I'm like, I'm not doing this with you, man. No. This is weird.
Ooh, look at the foot. Look at the ankle.
Hey, yo, it's crazy because it looks like she got blood running through her veins right here. Like, am I bugging or am I going crazy? Look.
No,
hyper-realism.
it's the detail that's
You see it?
Imagine how much you've loved shopping for her, Lamar.
Yeah, no.
Bras and panties.
This will make me probably get into women's fashion, too.
Oh, you sure would.
Did you look at any of the photos?
I did not.
My favorite is that they show these dolls hanging from the ceiling, and they've blurred out the lady bits.
Well, good. I don't want to see that. That's very raunchy.
It's the
How would you
wildest
feel?
thing.
Oh, wow. That looks like the scene from a horror film.
Right?
Or...
And in one of the photos, he has something in his mouth. I don't know what it is, but that's blurred out too.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, yep, I saw it. That's interesting. Wow. How would you feel, though, if which Kardashian was it, Khloe?
Khloe.
And you found that out. Let's just say your ex-husband, you went to Vegas and got a doll modeled after you. That would be weird.
5% flattered, 95% creeped the heck out.
Right. Like, he's like, well, I guess I left a lasting impression, but also, no, don't do that.
Well, do you want to know what you pay for one of these real dolls? $8,000 to $20,000.
Well, that's cheaper than dating a Kardashian. So I guess maybe that's what it is. Cha-cha.
The Grammy Award nominees were just announced, and an iconic local band got a couple nominations. We're going to tell you all about it during the Daily Migs download after Collective Soul.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Stop the presses. The nominees have come out for the Grammy Awards that are happening at some point. I don't even know when the Grammy Awards happen anymore, but it's happening in 2025. Any guesses on who you think is like the top vote getter or nomination getter?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift? Yeah. Nope. Beyonce.
Queen Bey.
She got 11 nominees.
Hold on, I'm going to let you finish, but...
Oh, good one.
I guess she has a total of a record-breaking 99 nominations in her career she's had in the Grammys.
Wow.
A bunch of other artists. Obviously, there's not a lot of rock representation that happens at the Grammys. But shout out to our boys in Pearl Jam. 3 Grammy nominations that I could tell. I didn't spend a lot of time looking at all the nominees, so I'm like, I don't even know who like 90% of these people are. But Pearl Jam's got a few nominees, including for Best Rock Performance, Best Rock Album, and Best Rock Song, all for the Dark Matter album.
Let's go. Let's bring them home to Seattle, boys.
That'd be cool if they win one.
The Baltimore Ravens erased a 14-point third-quarter deficit. They scored touchdowns on 4 straight drives and stopped a late 2-point attempt to defeat their AFC North rival, the Cincinnati Bengals. Final score was 35-34 last night at M&T Bank Stadium.
Who was the guy that just like dominated in fantasy football points?
He got 55 points for Mike.
Oh, the dude?
See, this is how much we know about our fantasy football league.
Mike was walking around glowing.
Oh,
I mean, it's unheard. What a game.
Jamar Chase.
Yes. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's a lot of points for one dude. And Steve, you're
playing.
going. Yep, the Bowie Buddies are going against.
What are we going to do
Keep
about
hope
this?
alive, guys.
Yeah, as long as we don't come in last, that's all that matters.
That's a good point. I hope you guys stink.
Wow.
Thank you. All right. What causes road rage? What would you say for you?
Tailgating.
Tailgating? Okay, Danny?
Changing lanes without a blinker.
That's a good one. Sarah? You probably are the reason for people's road rage, but what causes you road rage?
I am. People going too fast.
Oh, I'm betting that Sarah drives really slow in the fast lane and pisses off a lot of people.
I do that.
It's my right. I'm doing 60. It's my right.
I don't go slow. I go the speed limit.
This is the limit.
Yes, thank you.
Not the recommendation. For me, it's the 4-way stops. Every time I get so mad when somebody thinks that they know what they're doing and they want to dictate how to do it. And you're just like, man, you need to go back to driving school. Anyways, a new poll was done about what makes people rage behind the wheel. And the number one thing that causes road rage, when other people drive like morons.
When other people drive like Sarah.
I said going fast. That is also moronic. Thank you.
Sitting in heavy traffic, I would agree to that. That definitely gets you kind of annoyed. Sitting in heavy traffic is number 2. Now, as far as weather, we're hitting a high of 58 degrees. Going to be cloudy. Shout out to the Seattle Kraken. Hopefully they get a win tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights at Climate Pledge Arena. The DMD is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, the sub above, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.